mama's account. We're going to take our house. We're going to take everything that you have. Now, after that, you can do what you want. Half the people that was in the industry or was in Hollywood, actors and actresses, they live on Skid Row, man. That's in Los Angeles. You think I'm playing? If you go out there, you see nothing but Hollywood stars. How? They wanted out, and they let them out. But when they let them out, they made sure they was hooked on drugs, and they made sure they have a pot to piss in. This is facts. These are facts. That's why it's a good topic to talk about, because these kids are getting signed left and right on the internet. When joining the industry, they own all of your personal info. They just don't own your info. They own you, because you don't know the word game. So when you sign in these so-called contracts, you're selling your life. And I know I say sell your soul. Selling your soul is a metaphor for selling your life. You're selling everything about you, because we know we can't literally sell our soul. That's the Most High. You don't own a soul, but we have to say soul. That's the only way you understand. When we say sell your life, you mean we'll just kill yourself? Y'all don't get it. So when we say soul, you pretty much can understand where we're coming from. So in actuality, when we say soul, we're talking about you're giving your life to Satan. That's what you do. Like, you ever heard that term born again for the Most High? Like, yeah, I was born again for the Lord. When you decide to be famous, you're like born again, but you're giving your whole life, everything from your blood, your DNA, you're doing everything in the spirituality of Satan. That makes sense, right? So instead of saying it like that, because it's too much to talk, we just say soul. And so that's what we mean. Soul is life. Get it? So you have to do all of that in order to be successful. And it's happening more and more, and it's so fast. It's like these kids are at McDonald's on a Monday, and then Friday, they're a millionaire. Ask yourself, think about that for a second. Do that make any sense? And then what's the first thing your people say? The Lord is good. The Lord is blessed. Why do black folks think every time something good happens, it's the Most High? If it makes sense, if you have light, it's the Most High. But if you're blind and you're just walking around here and then you hit the lottery or you get signed with Def Jam Records, that's not the Most High. You have no light. People who will have light ain't going to hit the lottery. You got too much light. Satan going, Satan wants a blind person, because everybody hit the lottery usually become a drug addict. It's the facts. Why? And none of that lotto money comes from the state. The lotto money come out of your trust. This, I need to bring this up too, because we got to talk about it. This is why you guys don't want to go to court, man. Whenever they say that, let's you sued the city, let's say racial profiling, right? Let's say you sue the city, and I know what y'all thinking. And I sued the city, and people be like, I won $250,000. This city doesn't have money. This state don't have money. You, as the individual man, woman, is the money, because you are a private bank. Whenever there's a lawsuit settled, the state didn't get. You probably say, well, why do they have their name on there? They have their name on there because you released it. Okay, let me say it. If you ever been to court and won a case, how do you get the funds? This is the best way I can tell. And if you're a person that understand what I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying. If you ever been to court, and let's say you sued the city, which is the police, right? You sued the police station or whomever, which is the state, because the state gonna represent the officers or whatever. Let's say you sued your local police office in your community, and you won. Let's say you won it for $250,000. When you go get that check, don't you have to sign off? Because they don't give you the check, do they? You probably say, what you saying? You're gonna sign some papers. Those papers that you sign is most likely a 1099A, and it may be a OID or a 1099B, because it's dealing with brokers. So at that particular time, if you're suing the city, they're going to do it with a brokerage account. So they need your 1099A and a 1099B, and you don't even know you signing off on those forms. You don't know that shit till you're going to sign your name. And then on that 1099A, they're going to tell you to sign signature. They're going to say sign like a beneficiary, but that's what you're doing. So when they get the signatures, they have to have. It's important for them to have them signatures because those signatures are going to be faxed back into the Department of Treasury for the amount of $250K, which coming out your private bank, a sophisticated trust, and they give you the check, and it's going to have a city name on there because they are your treasury. They're your fiduciary. You sued the city, right? So when you win, the city is representing you as a fiduciary. So that's why they can collect the money out your treasury because they're acting as your trustee. And so that's why you get the money. Stop. Hey. When you get the money, it's going to say city. It's going to have the city of such and such. But what they did, they became your trustee and drew the money out your Department of Treasury and it was faxed back. And you say, I sued their ass. I won. Look at this. From the city of Baltimore. Yep. You won. You won $250K. Boy, hey, you said you was going to sue their ass. Guys, this is why it's not cool to go to court. Stay your ass out of court. If you understand anything that is coming out of my mouth, you don't want to go to court because they don't have no money. This is why you in court. So they can get money. Half the men and women that's in prison, they are accessing a trust in order to keep the jail cells going. They ain't broke. How you think they keep building new jails and building and extending? Every man and woman that's in prison has a goddamn trust. I don't care if they're the Aryan Brotherhood. I don't care if they're white supremacy. I don't care if they're Crips and Bloods. Every last one of them, even Lavatos, they all have a trust if they're in the Americas. It's the facts. Prison is ran off of the sophisticated trusts, man. Ain't no state got no money. They need y'all in prison to keep the prison funds so the CEO of the prison can keep making money. This is why Nike tapped into the penal code system. They know what they're doing. Wow. That's why I keep telling people, you don't want to go to court. Why? What's the point of going? If you win, they ain't giving you nothing. It's coming out of your trust. So if you know all the funds, every time you sue somebody in Americas, it's coming out of the trust. So let's say you did a civil suit. That ain't coming out your trust. It's going to come out of their trust. I don't even want to do civil suits. It just makes sense. Let's just shake on this shit and call it bygones be bygones. It doesn't make any sense. If you have access to your trust, you be a changed person. Once you get access, you should be a changed person. You shouldn't even think the same. Even when you're trying to get access, it educates you so well till you see that the world is a big ass stage, man. You think the lottery, let's talk about it for a second, right? You think when people hit the lottery, the state gives them the money? You say, well, yeah, hold on. How do they make money? Well, the state made up a thing called the lottery, right? Or whatever, it doesn't matter who. And they came up with the number game. The number game is an old game that's been going on, man, it's forever. This shit been going on forever. But they wanted to control it, right? So if you have a lotto license, everybody get into the lotto license. It's big money. I give you a piece of paper and hoping that you hit a number. You pay me $1 for a chance to win. Hey, I'm going to make millions a day, not a week, a day. And then I'm going to just cut the city a portion, give them a percentage, and I can keep the rest. That's why even the mom and pops have a lotto machine. Why? It's money. Go into the most raggediest ass neighborhood, man. It's nothing but money. Going to East St. Louis, Baltimore, or St. Louis, I don't care where you go, Louisiana, the most rugged places have a lotto machine because it's money. That liquor store knows how to make money. That's just facts. It's a big old game. So once you understand it, now you stop playing lottery because they ain't giving you shit. It's coming out of your trust. You say, well, shit, I wouldn't mind hitting so you can come out. Buddy, it's 1 in a million that's going to hit that shit. And once you understand how lottery works, you should play the scratch off once every 6 months. It's all rigged. They ain't giving you shit from the month. Even let's say for instance, you had a scratch off. Let's say the scratch off, you won $25,000. You happy than a fag with a sack of ding dong. And you saying, woo, I hit $25,000. Well, when you turn that in, they need information on you. Now you got to sign papers. What you think those papers are? Those papers are 1099A and it may be a 1099 OID. Okay? You don't know nothing about